Hey everyone, Leanne here from Kingdom Bloggers. So today I'm going to be talking about something that has nothing to do with blogging. So I know a lot of you have really been struggling in the area of like earning income with your blogs. And while we don't do Christian blogging for the money, many of us do, one need to pay for the blog itself, but also you may be doing this as a way to provide an income stream for your family. And so, it has gotten a lot harder in the last couple of years to earn income through the blog itself, thanks to Google, thanks to Pinterest, kind of having midlife crisis and things like that. And so I want to talk today about a new area. It's not really new, it's been around for a while, but it's new for me. I've kind of recently started getting into it and I've been doing fairly well. And so I want to pass on that knowledge to you for those of you who might be interested in trying this out. So what are we talking about? You've heard me, I think I shared like a month or so ago in our Facebook group a slight mention of the term UGC. So UGC stands for user generated content. Okay. And so what is, so when it comes to monetizing social media, what we often think of is sponsored content, where a brand will pay you X amount of money to create a video to recommend or use or show how to use their product. And then you share that on your social media. So, of course, most brands aren't going to work with you unless you have a pretty significant social media following that's also highly engaged with what you're posting. I never really bothered to build my social media. So that was never something I ever kind of even looked into. I did get a few things for like book reviews and things like that, but nothing major. So UGC is different in that it's not for you to share on your social media. This is where you create content for brands for them to run as ads, for them to share on their own social platforms. And so we're talking about Facebook, mainly Instagram and TikTok, but also Facebook and maybe some other places. And so it can be video, it can be images, it can be a combination of the two. And there's a variety of styles that come with this. If you're on TikTok, the style of video that works there. If you are on Instagram, you've seen the ads where it'll say sponsored, but it looks like a normal person in the video. It looks more natural and doesn't sound like a commercial. Those are UGC pieces of content. And so the brands you can, there's different ways. I'm not going to go into that in detail on this video, but there's ways to connect with them. And so basically, they have realized that it's much more cost effective and fruitful for them to pay a small fee to a variety of creators to create content for them than to hire and pay a full-time marketing staff to where every video on their profile is literally the same characters, the same actors. And so this isn't necessarily, I want to preface this isn't necessarily for Christian products specifically. UGC covers all niches. So myself, I am kind of focusing on two different areas. I do pet UGC, so pet brands wanting to create ads and promote their products and things like that in the different social spaces. I can create videos for them using my dogs. I have two Doberman, but as you can imagine, as a dog parent, you would want to see a variety of animals in the product usage. And so by hiring content creators, I mean, we're already creating content for social media. By hiring us, the brands get a variety of styles of characters and personalities, ages, what do you call it, ethnic groups, whatever, so that on their own channels, it's a very diverse view of a customer base. And again, this applies to, I mean, we're talking pet. It could be Christian products. So, of course, Christian companies would probably do this as well. But beauty, home decor, fashion, I mean, you name it. Anything that is sold in a store by a company, that company has a social media presence. And they have learned that by doing this, they can actually reach a much wider audience. And so, yay for us for those of us anyway that are getting comfortable with video and content creation, which now you know why I've really been on this video content creation challenge over the past couple of months, is to kind of lead y'all up to this. And so it is really great. I am my first official month in. And when I say official, I took a course about maybe a month or so ago. And so during that time, I was literally just learning, consuming everything that I could find about how to do it. And so my official start from when I started pitching to brands, reaching out to them via certain apps, which I'll mention here in a minute. It has been this. So this is literally, I'm about to, May was the month that I actually started applying for gigs. That's what they call them. And I've already closed and completed 2 jobs that totaled $275. And one of them was for a major pet company, BarkBox. You may be familiar with that. And I had to create a video for a product. They sent me the product. I created the video based on their requirements. And that was like $200 plus there's a little extra that whatever they spend on ads, I'll get a portion of that. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but I have been getting a lot of gigs where it's basically they send me the free product and I'm basically just doing like a review video, maybe as an Amazon shoppable video, or sharing as a video on TikTok or different things. So I don't get any financial compensation for those, but those free products are helping me build my portfolio, showing my different dynamics of how I can, produce content for different types of products. But also in my portfolio, I can now say brands I've worked with. And that's very, very important as you start applying for some of the bigger brands that are actually going to compensate you. And so it's been a lot of fun. And so today I just kind of wanted to run through exactly what UGC is. So that's what it is, creating content for brands to share on their social media. Now, again, I mentioned some where I share on like my Amazon. Those are a specific type of video. So there's a lot of different opportunities. So if you have like zero social media presence, like you've just stayed away from social media because one, you just don't have the time or you don't have the patience or whatever, you don't need a social following to be a UGC creator. You just have to be comfortable with creating video content. And then, of course, start reaching out to brands to apply for jobs that they have. When I say apply for jobs, they call it gigs. So it's been a lot of fun. And again, you kind of determine what type of brands and what kind of UGC creator you want to be. You can also post your availability as a UGC creator on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr and things like that, because that's where companies are going to look for content creators, because it's freelance work is basically what it is. So instead of, freelancing, I think we call it VA work as bloggers, where somebody else, you kind of hire out certain tasks and stuff. You're the person they're hiring to create some of the content for them to then later share. So anyway, so I just want to kind of show you my portfolio, and then I'm going to talk about some different platforms that you can get signed up on. But I do want to preface or kind of start by saying, I'm going to show you my portfolio. And I do think it's very important that you create a portfolio with some videos to kind of show what you're capable of. If I was going to hire you to create content for my company, I would want to know, are you good on camera? Like, I don't want to hire you if you're camera shy, right? And so what I did, and what most of us do as UGC creators, we get started by simply finding products from around our home and creating videos as though the company is paying us to create the video. So, I might have this smart water, and there's a certain style of video I would create for this. And I'll show you these on my portfolio, and I will actually share a copy of my portfolio or share the link for you to access it in the video notes, so that you can click on each one and watch. So there's testimonies, there's reviews, there's, the TikTok style, there's Amazon shoppable videos. There's all kinds. So it's not like one particular kind of video. And if you're on social media, again, you kind of get the feel for the vibe of what the different styles are. And you really want to showcase that you can do these different kinds. And like I said, I just went around and found stuff here at home. I had like a clay mask for my face because I was trying to show my ability for reaching a target audience over 50. So marketing products that old ladies would want, right? And then also marketing my ability with the pet stuff. And so I have two kinds here on my portfolio. And again, when I share this link, you can click on each video and watch it. This is how you get started. You don't want to reach out to a brand and say, "Hey, hire me," when you have no proof that you know what you're doing. Like, give them some examples of the style, and you can use ChatGPT to help you write the scripts and do all that and everything else. So, let's hop over here. I'm going to show you my portfolio here. And so this is on a Canva website. So I purchased my domain, which you don't have to. You can use the free Canva domain. I just personally didn't want the word Canva in the URL. But if you do that, it's totally free to host it on Canva if you have the Canva Pro. But I did purchase my domain. It's like leannefoxugc.com, to where it just sounded more official because I'm doing this like I'm all in. And so it's a single like template. It's not a WordPress website where it's all crazy. It's literally just a Canva page with separate blocks. And so these, you can click on each one of these to kind of see the different kind of styles. Again, if you're already doing social media, then you kind of, especially like TikTok and stuff, and you're doing well, then you know kind of how the videos need to be. These are more about over 50. Some of these were Amazon shoppable videos that I actually shared on my account. Let's see, I have some outdoor and lifestyle. So I go paddleboarding. And so I did one for the paddleboard itself and also for the inflatable pump that I bought. So I don't have to manually do it. And then I have quite a few for my pets, different pet products. And then there's a section for photography because a lot of the gigs will want a video plus a picture so they can share the video as a reel or as a TikTok. But then like on Instagram and Facebook, they can also share static images for ads. And so just a variety of still shots using good lighting and things like that. And then there's a section that says what I can offer, and then links to all my socials. So I did create new socials for UGC. So none of this connects to my Kingdom Blogger stuff. I created a brand new Instagram where I share the UGC videos I make. So it's like a UGC examples. And brands actually go to Instagram and look for that hashtag to find creators who create content for that style of product. My Facebook actually goes to my personal Facebook because my account is a creator account. And so I share everything there. And then I do have a Twitter, although I don't really use it. And then my TikTok is just all me and my dogs and everything else. And so this is how, a basic portfolio would look. Super easy to make in Canva. I will do another video with kind of how to create a portfolio in Canva. I'll do that separate, but I just kind of wanted to show you this, okay? And so now I want to go to, and so now let's talk about the different platforms. So once you've gotten your portfolio together, again, you want to have a good variety of different types of videos to show any potential brands that, hey, I can create content. This is what I look like. This is my style. And by the way, if you're over 50 and you're watching this, don't think that us old ladies aren't included in this, okay? Actually, the over 50 demographic is in high demand. And you know why? Because women over 50 tend to not want to like be on camera. Like I've been telling you guys this all along, even with the Christian content, the Bible content and things like that. But in this marketing, women and men too. So if you're men watching this, there's high demand for women over 50 as well as for men and men over 50 in UGC because brands want to show diversity. And also, if you are on TikTok and things like that, one of the things that annoys me the most as a 52-year-old woman is when the little 20, and if you're 20 something watching this, I'm not making fun of you. I'm more just, hey, that doesn't work on me, right? Is right? The ASMR where they're tapping the nails on everything. I'm like, that's not going to make me buy it. Tell me, like, does it work? What's the value? Like, I'm old school. I don't need all the fancy aesthetics. Just tell me like it is. And so brands have realized, look, the marketing that we do in our videos, the style, we need young people to do their thing to get the young people to buy. But we need you older folks to do it in a way that people your age would understand and be more inclined to follow, listen to, and ultimately buy the product. And so, because so many older women, especially, but also men, don't want to do this, we're in high demand. It is very easy to get jobs when you're this age in this market. And so, that is another reason I love it. And of course, if you have pets, make those babies start earning their keep around your house by creating content with them, right? Like I said, I just finished a project with BarkBox. I have two other ones, two different other companies that I'm working with. They weren't as high paying as BarkBox, but there's still two other companies that I'm already working with. And this is just my first month, okay? So wellness, different things. Okay, so create your portfolio, and then there's platforms that you can sign up on, and that's where a lot of these companies are posting their jobs, their gigs, so to speak. And so you create your profile, get it all set up, link your portfolio, link your socials if you have them. Now, having a social following can only it's not required, like I didn't have all that and I'm doing very well, but it can increase your opportunities because there are brands, in addition to seeking UGC content from you, may also want you to share on your social, and then they will boost those videos through ads and things like that. It's like a whole thing, but it's not required. So if you do have an active social media, then you can link it to your profile. So the first one is called Breakfast. Let me link it over here. And this is where I got the BarkBox one. So there's two types of jobs that they post on here as far as payment. Payout for $850 or $200 plus ad spend. So that's the one I actually got with BarkBox. And they're not super easy. Like, they have very specific requirements on, like, usually there's 4 videos you have to create, and then you create it in a 9:16, which is your vertical format, and then you have to resize each of them to be a more, not quite a square, but a 4:5 ratio format. And I mean, once you learn how to do it, it's super easy. And so there is quite a bit of effort to put into these projects, but the payout is really good. There have been so many good ones. A lot of the pet companies use this one. There's stuff for home decor, for beauty products, wellness products, things like that. Another one that I use is called Coley. They actually have quite a bit of opportunities from everything. So if you're a pet parent, if you have children that you're okay showing in video, like a lot of baby products, a lot of just anything, summer, outdoor, family time. You can see this one's for Similac. There's a lot of big name brands that use this app to search for content creators. Now, as you can see, this one has a variety. So visual assets, this is UGC. This is where they just want something from you, either photos, video, or both. There is influencer partnership. So this is where I mentioned that if you do have a social following, that if you have it connected, they'll pay you to create the content. And so you get the product for free and then a commission, so a set price, and then you share it on your social media. And often what happens is you will grant them access to what's called whitelisting. So they have access to run ads using that video through your account. And then they may also share it on their own profile as well. And then the other one is product reviews. This is where they send you the product for free. There's no financial compensation, and you provide a review somewhere. Now, not as a customer, because it's illegal to get free product to make a positive review. But sometimes it's for like Amazon shoppable videos and things like that. So there's a variety of stuff on here. I mean, literally last week on here, it was for all kind of exotic pets. So if you had certain types of birds like parakeet, commodores, certain reptile kind of animals, gerbils, hamsters, rabbits. There was one week on here, there was a bunch for like livestock. So like chickens, goats, horses. So literally there's something here. So if you're like homesteading, this is a really great opportunity because you already have the actors, you have the animals. And so I'm kind of beating myself up that I didn't do this while I had my chickens because there were so many different opportunities I could have taken advantage of. Okay, so those are the two. And then I have two that are on my phone. One is called Incense, Insense. And that one's really great. A lot of the ones on there are for free product in exchange for something, either content for you to, mostly it's content for you to create and share on your social media. A lot of them I've been getting lately are for me to create Amazon shoppable videos. I actually got one. They are going to pay me $75 to send them just B-roll. So I don't even have to create any video. It was for cute B-roll video of my dogs, stuff I already have on my phone. I just had to go through and find some of the best ones. I didn't have to put music. I didn't have to put captions. I didn't have to do any editing. They just wanted raw video that they could then use to create ads with and share on their social media. And they're going to pay me $75 for that. And so, again, that was like an easy one because I didn't really have to do any work. So, incense is one. Another one is called Billow. Again, mostly it's products where they send it to you and then you create content. Some have a payment, some don't. In the beginning, it's okay to take those. I would say after you've kind of built your portfolio, you can kind of get to a point where you don't accept any where they don't offer an actual payment. Because here's the thing, all those free products they're sending you, you do have to account for that as income on your taxes. And so I'd be kind of sparingly with those because, I mean, free product don't pay the bills, right? Like I just actually finished a video for this little product here from Billow. It was free product and it's like a $49 product. It's a beauty thing, whatever. But they're also paying me $40 on top of that. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and take it. So anyway, there's a lot of different ones. There are also a ton of other, there is Join Brands. Let's see what else. There's, oh my gosh, I have to make a list of them that are just websites that you can sign up. And again, Join Brands, a lot of that is just free product, but it's really great for number one, building your portfolio, but also getting that brands I've worked with, which is really important to have on your portfolio when you start wanting to really go deeper and apply for the bigger jobs. Now, I also do have a gig posted on Fiverr. I have two gigs, one for pet content and one for kind of over 50 target demographic. I'm still kind of getting the profile set up properly, so I haven't got any gigs there yet. But I'm really trying to get my portfolio in order so that I can actually say like, hey, hire me. This is what I can do. And so I'm really excited about that part as well. So what can you make as a UGC creator in a month? I mean, honestly, that's up to you. In the beginning, it's probably going to be a little slow because you're going to do a lot of free product just to get the videos so you can start working with brands and things like that. But some of the ladies, so I took a course recently. This girl had been following her for a long time. Her name's Megan. And who she was trying to reach, kind of like how me with blogging, my focus is Christian bloggers. Her focus in UGC was really for the over 40 woman, showing, hey, they really need us. And so through her, I got connected to another course for this woman, Arbel, who I've been following for several years when I first heard about UGC. I mean, she is so good that Fiverr hired her as a trainer to teach people how to use Fiverr. Like I mean, I see her videos everywhere. So in their group, there's a variety of people, like ages, men, women, everything. But a lot of them are my age and some are even older. So I'm Gen X. So Gen X and baby boomers. And these people are killing it. Like they're getting, once they get the rolling, they're making anywhere from a couple of $100 a month up to one woman. She just cleared, I think, $13,000 or $15,000 for a single month. Right now, she built up to that, of course, but she ended up getting some good retainer deals. Like the company really liked her style. And so they hired her on retainer to create more videos for like per month over a period of time. So they're giving her like a monthly retainer. She landed several of those. And so I'm not saying everybody's going to make 15 grand a month, but the more you put into it, the better you get at it. The variety of types of jobs you're willing to do really opens those doors, as well as having the social following. So if you have that as well, that opens up more doors because TikTok shop and things like that. So this can really become a sole source of income, or it can be a side hustle that just generates a little extra. It's really going to be what you put into it. Like I said, my first month in, and I'm at $275 for the first month. I am so excited about that. And so I am going to, of course, follow this with, we'll do a whole series on UGC, and I'll keep y'all posted on my monthly progress, like what jobs I've gotten, how much I've made each month, kind of like I used to do with the blog income report, just to kind of show y'all the process. So if any of y'all are interested in kind of like trying this right out, like I said, blogging is getting so hard. And I don't want any of you to like quit your blogs. God called us to share the gospel in the online space through blogging, through social media, and through all those things. But at the same time, it is becoming harder to monetize it. And I know that stress is there for many of you. And so for me, it's just fun because, like, okay, I've learned blogging, I've learned all this. I need to keep my brain fresh and learn new things. So this has really been a challenge for me, learning all the different ways to edit the videos and just, build my confidence as an older woman working for actual brands. That's just something I never really thought of doing. And so it's been really fun, just meeting other people in the space and really seeing what I'm capable of as far as content creation. So I am super excited to start sharing this journey with you guys. And if you have any questions at all, of course, you can comment below, or of course, hop over to our Facebook group, and I'll be sharing lots more information for you over there. All right, everyone, I will see you all in the next video. Have a blessed week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.